I opened up to my GF at the time. She is now my wife. I saw the post yesterday about the guy who was having an incredibly rough go at the moment and opened up to his GF about what was happening. He ended up crying and subsequently was dumped in a cruel manner for doing so. The reason I'm making this post is to try and show other men that being vulnerable isn't a sign of weakness. It is okay to open up to your significant other. And if you can't, frankly, it's a sign that it isn't the right person for you. About 5 years ago, I had been dating my girlfriend for roughly 6 months. We went to dinner and a movie and saw the movie White Boy Rick. Basic premise is he's a young kid who ends up getting arrested and sent to prison for trafficking narcotics. There is a scene when the family members are driving down a long country road to reach the prison. This seemingly innocuous scene is what broke me. I really never gave the word trigger any credit or merit until I watched this scene. When we got home, she knew something was up and asked if I was okay. When I was very young, my father was incarcerated for most of my life for trafficking cocaine. All in all, he served roughly 20 years. It's something I kind of brushed off. Tried to be strong and tried to live my life through the reality I knew. Single mother, roof over my head. To me, this was normal. Most prisons are built away from the dense populace of society, in rural areas in the countryside. When I went to visit my dad, I made that exact same drive as the characters in the film. I was completely blindsided by emotion. I held it together until we got home. So now back home with my GF, she asked me what was wrong. I decided I couldn't keep up the facade and explained what I was feeling. I couldn't stop the tears. I wept like a baby. She grabbed me, held me in her chest, and the floodgates opened. It had been over 10 years since I cried, so I just couldn't contain it. She told me she loved me and it was okay to let it out. That was the moment I knew for sure that I loved her and she was the one for me. It's now 6 years later and we are happily married. So men, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. If a woman makes you feel lesser than for being vulnerable, she isn't the one for you.